So you guys, I think you're watching a leg workout from, God knows, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Like, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, like before I got really busy, back to work. The time of this video, of that leg workout, I was like, I think like 13 weeks out. And I was really struggling with eating, really struggling with wanting to keep pushing forward. And like, I wasn't gonna break, I wasn't gonna crack, I knew that, but it was like all this temptation in my mind. And one of the things my cousin told me was, he's like, and I say this in the most pure intention, I don't mean this to, like, you know, say I'm like better than anybody else, but he's like, since you don't drink, since you don't smoke, since you're, for people that go on a bodybuilding prep, typically when they, you know, go on a prep, they have to cut out things such as drinking, smoking, you know, pleasures, right? Like going out to eat, right? Because you gotta be on top of all your macros and things like that. I can't even imagine if I was in that spot, all the temptation. And then I started to think about my life, and I started to think about like all of the things that I have just comparatively to the normal, I don't want to say the normal person, but just to like a person that's my age, right? I just, oh God. No, not a bomb. I don't partake in a lot of those things. And what it reminded me of, one time I was talking to a couple of my coworkers, and what they were saying was, they were like, Cal, you don't hang out with friends. You don't like go out. You don't like watch movies. You don't go on Instagram a whole lot. And they're like, oh my God, your life sounds so boring. And I was like, I sat there and I was like, oh my God, like my life does sound kind of boring. And then I was just like, wait, that's to them. That's their definition of boring. I was thinking about my life objectively. I have all my basic needs met. I have nothing to complain about. Absolutely nothing. And I'm doing what I love on a daily basis. And when I say I'm doing what I love, I'm pursuing things that I genuinely want to pursue from an authentic place. I'm not doing things to appear a certain way. I'm not doing things to impress anybody. I'm not doing things to trying to become famous or gain status. And of course these things seep in, and of course I'm not like guilty of that by any stretch of the imagination. Like, these things genuinely do happen, but I just sat back and I was like, I really have no complaints. And I know that, like, just thinking about being on this prep, thinking about being in this kind of spot, like, I'm just so grateful to be even able to go on this journey and to be able to force myself through something that not a lot of people can say they've been through. Once again, that's not to say that I'm like better than anybody else, or, you know, I'm like a top tier individual, but I know internally that I'm gonna gain so much value, especially during these hard weeks, because I can already tell you there's a lot of areas that I'm mentally weak in. There's a lot of areas where I feel myself wanting to cave in, and there's a lot of areas where I don't know if I'm gonna make it through. I genuinely don't know. I just have to put one foot in front of the other and hope that I can just take it day by day. I've been listening to like way too much David Goggins, you know, former Navy SEAL. Dude's like a fucking badass, like Jocko Willing. He has just been saying, he's like, in order to grow, you have to face pain. You just have to. It's inevitable. There's no growth that happens in your comfort zone. And so one of his key phrases is like, embrace the suck. And so, like I said in the video that you guys, I don't know which video is going to come out first. It's like, just do the work that needs to be done. And I just can't express that enough. You have to put your feelings to the side. You have to put all these emotions and sentiments and things that like want you to go back to your comfort zone to the side, because ultimately that is going to hold you back. Because I was listening to the Joe Rogan, David Goggins podcast. Like, your mind knows all of your insecurities. Your mind knows all of these things. And so you have to, in a way, overpower your mind. In a way, be aware of your weaknesses and be better than them. And so whether it be working out, whether it be video editing, whether that be just anything in my life that I consider a discomfort, I have to take a step back, understand this is, in the short term, yeah, this fucking sucks. But overall, if I'm able to overcome that, I'm going to be such a better individual, because I'm pushing myself to limits and abilities that previously I was not able to do. And so when you embrace that that discomfort, that pain, that distress, whatever area you're in, you're forcing yourself to develop new boundaries, to develop a new limitation. And especially when it comes to any area, any habit, behavior, it's not just going to happen overnight. Like, you don't just go and do a powerlifting comp one day in or go for your max, right? Like, these are things that you practice for. These are things that you prepare for. And as long as you do the work, as long as you feel the pain and you embrace the pain, it really does go a long way. And it's like, I love it because it's David Goggins. He says, he's like, if you are able to, humble yourself and bring yourself back to a student point, meaning like you're not trying to be the teacher and speak from an angle of something that you haven't done, and you just like, yeah, dude, I fucking suck and I don't know anything, right? Like, you are probably in one of the best spots possible. And I know this is all long-winded and this is kind of a rant, and I'm kind of just speaking from the heart right now, but once again, I have no complaints about my life. I'm grateful for that I'm on this prep. I'm lucky that I'm on this prep, and it's going to teach so many things to me. And I think for the people that are in my life, Dalton, Jason, Tristan, Mikey, like all these guys are along this journey with me, and they've seen me go through ups and downs already. And I feel like I literally just started probably like 7 weeks ago, but it's going to be a long prep. It's going to be a hard prep, but I'm here for it, man. It should be a fun time. And I look forward to the person that I am on the other side. And so I know that it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. And, I just can't let that future version of myself down. So, yep, I just wanted to say that to you all. I hope you took some value from that. If not, let me know if you have any questions down below. Once again, I am currently right now in this position. I just got done with a nice back and tricep workout day with this young buck who's holding the camera. Looking at. And yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm settling into the prep, and it's going to get harder for sure, but I'm ready. I'm feeling good. And so day by day, brick by brick, and we'll get there, man, one way or another. And it hasn't been easy, and yeah, I'm definitely facing some struggles, and I'm just trying to, the reason why I'm documenting this is for just to document it from an authentic angle and to just express where I'm at in the present moment. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I don't know if this is episode 6, 7, or 8, but yeah, love you guys. I'll see you in the next episode.